Is that a big part? It don't seem too big. It is kind of big. It is kind of wide. It's a little wide. I know you see it. I know you see it. Nick. I know you see it. I know you see it. I like any, meeny, miny, mo. How many in the club won't go? I know you see it. I know you see it. It's Monday. It's Monday. Wait, table. It's Monday. It's Monday. Flip that money, make it flip that. Flip that money, make it come back. Flip that money, make it flip that. Flip, flip, flip that money, start a business. We're live on all social media platforms. Look, like, come on in. If you left me, leave a like for me, please. Hit a like for your heart. Man, they need to chill. They getting money, making loans, and lips. Well, no, I'm getting it's Monday, y'all. Then you wouldn't even care. Yeah, come on, man. I got wake up, bro. Ain't got no time to chill. Somebody said, you can't do nothing in the world. I said it was evil. These my damn but the paper is really broken. You can't do that. Y'all come on in. We live on all social media platforms today. Share the live for me, please. And hit a like. Y'all know I take nothing time. They get in trouble. No, don't do that. Bitches need to stop. Do what else? Let me be. Your mouth ain't running shit. I gotta go back. Don't make you rich. And I gotta come back. Shots for it, no flip. Yeah, you got you gonna struggle. Get your ass, you bump. You got the mud, bitch. Just stack your money, flip it, flip it. Listen, pay attention, stack your money, flip it, flip it. Y'all got show attention, stack your money, flip it, flip it. Flip it, flip it. Y'all come on, come back, come back. Flip that money, start a business. All right, guys, it is Monday. Any questions, guys? Thank you guys for joining the live today on this Sunday. I know y'all got things up. Anyway, today is Monday, guys, and I know when I was working my 9 to 5 job, I absolutely hated Sundays. Sunday was Monday to me. The day before Monday, the day before looking up in these people's face, they want you to smile at them, and if you ain't smiling and laughing, they think you mad at everybody. But then if we talking to somebody, they got a problem with it. So I just got sick and tired of my job. So I decided to be my own boss. So guys, any questions about starting a mobile testing business today? I really wanted to open the floor for questions. I literally talk about this opportunity Monday through Friday, all the time. If you're new to the live, comment below and let me know. If you're new to the live, comment below and let me know. And I can do a little bit more for you. Comment below. If you're new to the live, let me know below. If you're new to the live, guys, when you become a specimen collector and start your own mobile testing business, did you know that for DOT collections that we're getting paid or charging 125 to 250 for DOT collections. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Did you know that when you get certified as a specimen collector to do non-DOT collections, that you can charge 50, you can charge whatever you want, but we're charging 55 to $85 per collection. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you know when you get certified as a specimen collector that your certification is bad, that you are able to operate in all 50 states, that your certification is valid in all 50 states? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you know that your certification is valid for 5 years? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you know you don't have to renew but every 5 years? Mm-hmm. Yep. Did you know this was a self-paced course? Mm-hmm. Yep. Did you know that this is a recession-proof industry? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, let me go over the frequently asked questions for you guys. If you guys have any questions for me over there on the other platforms, let me know. But I'm gonna go over the main ones that I get often. So we'll go with those right quick. Any questions over there on TikTok? Now we live on the other platforms, but we can't say the name because TikTok is very jealous and you can't say nothing, baby. TikTok, baby, you can't like yourself. You can't like your stuff. Y'all tap the screen for me. Can't tap your own screen. I don't know what's the problem. I don't get paid for likes. Do we get paid for likes on TikTok? I'm not a part of the whatever. I'm not a part of the what is that? The whatever they got over here. I'm not a part of it. I'm not a part of the what is that when people get paid on TikTok? I'm not a part of that. So I don't know why they want to come for me. Okay, guys, here's a question. Do I need a physical location to become a specimen collector? No, you do not. You do not need a physical location. You can do this as a mobile tester. Listen, I don't say wait before you get a building. So now, know yourself. I do have people that come right out the gate. They get a location because they know them. They know themselves, right? They hustlers. They gonna just they gonna make it happen. But when you start as a mobile but they also make sure that they make themselves flexible and open to go to the employer's location as well. Guys, mobile testers are winning because companies need collectors to come on site to do the testing for them. Okay, so they're winning. Two, when you start, you want to keep your overhead low, right? You don't want to start off and have to, shell out so much money just starting in business because you don't know if you're gonna decide to start and then get certified, work a week, and then say you don't want to do it no more. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want that type of pressure on you with paying overhead, right? When you start a business, the name of the game, right, is keep your overhead low. Right? Make money, but keep your overhead low. So you want to do that. Okay. So you don't need a physical location. You can be mobile. You're going to the employer's location to do the collections. Okay. Can I train others to become a specimen collector without a physical location? Yes, I do not have a physical location. I am a trainer. I have a virtual training center where I do my training online, but you have to take my trainer course. You see the one for $600? You have to take my trainer course in order to be able to train others, in order to be able to train others online, in order to train your own employees. So if you want to get a location and you want to start training others for expansion, of course, you have to be a trainer in order to train others for yourself, train other people, employees as well. How long is the specimen collector course? It is a self-paced course. I do have people that complete my course in 2 weeks. I've had a few people to do it in a week because it don't take long. It really depends on the person. Listen, don't procrastinate. Some people hit the ground running. They do what they got to do, and they but you have a lot of people that like to procrastinate. They be like, oh, I ain't pay that much. I'm just gonna sit and chill. Or a lot of people may let fear, get in the way. It does happen. So how do I get paid as a specimen collector? So guys, as a specimen collector, you'll be getting paid directly from the company. Guys, I'm on both devices here, guys. I'm over here and I'm over here, so I'm looking away. Anyway, I'm over here too, y'all, over here on TikTok. Anyway, so you'll be getting paid directly from the employers, guys. This is why this is major, because you're putting yourself in position and you're connected with businesses, right? These companies that you're dealing with, they have plenty of money. You're dealing with industries, multi-million-dollar industries, right? And if you want to stay out of the struggle, you want to have something to sell, for sale of service, and something to offer to a business. Thank you for the gifts, right? So when they pay you, you can accept cash, credit card, debit card, Stripe, PayPal, Square. Set up a business bank account where you can accept checks. Set up a business bank account where you can have your merchant account set up, where you can go in your portal and take credit cards as well. Okay. 9 times out of 10, the company ain't gonna pay you cash. I've never been paid cash before. They're gonna pay you Visa, debit card, credit card, something like that, or check. You will have some companies that may want to pay you a check. The check will clear. It happens. But if you're like, you know what, I really, say if they're getting ready to write you a check for $5,000, and you may be like, damn, I really don't want to wait because I really need my money and I really want them to pay with a credit card. Then you can say something like, well, if you pay on the credit card today, you get $150 off, or $200, whatever you want to do, you can do that. I used to do that to my customers, get them $50 off when they pay with a credit card instead of sending me a check. And they want their $50 off, so they'll pay with a credit card. But it's up to you. At the end of the day, the check will clear. Okay. Do I need to have an LLC to become a specimen collector? You do not need to have a LLC to become a specimen collector. Only thing you need to do to become a specimen collector is take my course and finish the course and take the proficiency exam. Okay, because you have to take the mock exam. But other than that, no. You have some people that get started, some get their LLC, some start off as a sole proprietorship. You may decide you want to be a corporation. You may decide that you want to be a nonprofit. It's really up to you. But I say come in, start off as a sole proprietorship. This is just me. Start off as a sole proprietorship because, one, you may start for 1 week and then quit. Once you become an LLC, that's a bill. Okay, make your first $1,000. Talk to a CPA, and then ask your CPA how should you set up your business so you can save more on taxes. All type of loopholes out here, right? But make your first $1,000 first. But that's just me. There's nothing wrong if you decide that you want to get an LLC starting off or not. But if you like, listen, I'm working for somebody right now. I don't have a whole lot of money, but I really want to start this business. I have enough for my course and my website, things like that. So you're just trying to really make money before you spend a whole lot of money, right? You want to pay for the course, you go to irs.gov, get your sole proprietorship, EIN, that's free. Depending on the state that you live in, that depends on how much the LLC is going to be. Okay. How long does a certification last? 5 years. Wait a minute. 5 years. 5 years. Okay. Can I work with big companies like DOT government agencies? Yes, you can. Now, a lot of people, when they're working with government agencies, sometimes people talk about government contracts. Government agencies is going to be anything government. Right? Government, anything government, right? They have to get drug testing. Okay. But let's talk about government contracting. A lot of people talk about government contracting in this industry. Okay. There's no right or wrong way or no special way to get a government contract. No one can help you get a government contract. With government contracting, whoever bids the lowest wins. That's how government contracts works. Now, starting off, and you're a one-man show, do you want a government contract? I don't know. Do you? It could be overwhelming for you. You're just getting in the game, right? And then, damn, you luck up real quick and get a government contract. It's gonna take you, because first of all, what you need to know about government contracting, you don't get paid up front. right? They pay out every 30 to 45 days. Ask yourself this question. Do I want to wait 45 days to get my money? Can I wait 45 days to get my money? If you got money saved up, boom, no problem. Two, when you are doing government contracts, it's probably not going to be no little 20, 30, 40 people. It's not. You may have 1,000, 2,000 people, 3,000 people, and they may need you for a year. You see what I'm saying? So I just say be happy and okay and content right now with your 10 to 15 customers per week. 15 customers per week. If you're working Monday through Friday and you're charging $125, that's $7,500 per month. If you want to make, you know what, I'm okay with making about $5,000 a month, then that's only 2 clients per day. Okay, but it's up to you. Get skin. You're gonna learn in training. You learn, right, everything you know to do the collections. But the real experience happens when you get skin in the game. You don't learn everything in training. You're gonna have to get skin in the game, right, in order to learn. It's just like when me and my husband started our trucking company, and with me dispatching, I took a dispatching course. I took 2 dispatching courses actually, but I didn't learn anything until I actually started dispatching, right? So that's where the experience came from, right? So it's a lot of, you're just gonna learn a lot once you get in the game, okay? That's when all the experience happens. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Is the training for both DOT and non-DOT collections? Yes. My course covers both. I know a lot of companies offer it separately. I don't. It don't, to me, it don't make sense to me because I know it's not good for you to have one foot in and one foot out in this industry, right? I can do it as a quick money grab because I know people are cheap. I can be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna do non-DOT for about 200 and then DOT for 400. Listen, these courses go up into the thousands of dollars, right? But I know that's going to do you a disservice if I say, here, you can do non-DOT, but if somebody calls you for a DOT collection, you can't even make that money because you're only qualified to do DOT testing. So my course comes with both. How do I find clients? Marketing. In my course, I provide marketing strategies in my course, and I also show you how to get set up with your labs. So I have a list of labs that you can partner with, but yes, I have marketing strategies in my training. If you guys catch me through the week, I also do a lot of free training on here too. Okay. But the money's in the marketing, guys. You have to market your business. Can I set my own prices for collections? Yes, you can. You're going to have some people that may charge $30, some people that may charge $40, some people that may charge, I'm cold, guys. So let me know if this heater is too loud for y'all. Anyway, some people may charge $50. Some people, it ain't got nothing to do with you. This is your business. You can charge what you want to charge. You have to look at it like this, right? In business, time is money, right? So especially, period. Time is money. Time is money. So you have lab A that may charge $75, but the wait time is 4 hours. You have lab B, they may charge $175, but the wait time is 30 minutes. When you're dealing with a business, they're going to always pick the time where they can get in and out. These companies don't care about that little change. Remember that. Even how many women on here? How many of you guys pay extra money to get extra people on your hair when you get braided? So I do. I pay extra $150, extra $200 to get multiple people on my head so I can go. Because I don't like to sit like that. I gotta go. Time is money. Same thing with business. They don't care. They don't care about that little change. It's nothing to them. Okay. Nothing. Can I operate in multiple states? Yes, you can, because your certification is valid in all 50 states for 5 years. What is the earning potential for a specimen collector? 125 to 250 for DOT, 55 to 85 for non-DOT. At the end of the day, you got to sit down and do your numbers. You got to sit down and do your numbers and know what is it that you want to make. How are you going to work? If you're gonna bring somebody along with you, if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. You want to go further, you bring people with you. That's the name of the game, expansion. So it really just depends on you. Okay. Listen, you have some people that may go and do a hiring event, they make $10,000, right? They may decide, you know what, damn, I made $10,000. I'm gonna chill out for the next 3-4 months. It happens, guys, because in this business, a blind squirrel can trip over a nut every once in a while. It happens because this industry is untapped. They need people to do testing all the time, right? So you hit a lick, don't stop working. Don't stop sowing your seeds. Don't stop marketing. Don't stop putting yourself out there. When you hit a lick, you use that money to put into marketing. Hello, continue to put yourself out there. Every company markets, everybody markets. McDonald's, everybody markets. Everybody you spend money with, they're marketing. When you turn on TikTok, I don't know if they run ads over here on these other platforms, IG, FB, YT, do that? I don't know. But every time you turn and stroll, somebody's running an ad, somebody's promoting something on the TikTok shop. Everything is marketing. So you have to be willing to market your business. Okay. Do I need equipment to start? All you need is your cups and your CCF forms. Those things will be provided to you via the lab. So the lab will give you all your supplies and everything that you need to do the collections. Okay. How soon can I start working after completing my course? As soon as you want. One of my students, Yolanda, she was marketing her business before she even passed her mock exam, right? She had her flyers, she had a website, she had everything. She was marketing. She passed her mock exam and got qualified on August 21st. August 23rd, she received a phone call to come do 18 or 20, I forgot, whatever it was she made over. They made over $1,500. To come out and do some tests, right? So she made money right out the gate. Also, guys, this is why I tell y'all, if you're working a job, this is the perfect time to learn a new skill while you are at your peak, right? Because you don't know if you lose your job, you get fired, you get laid off, you have already been working on something, right? Yolanda has already done over 40 tests, right? Yolanda lost her job on Tuesday, I think. Anyway, she got fired from her job on Tuesday at around 3 or 4 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, she was off doing another collection. You see what I'm saying? Can I do this you can do this anytime you want. It's your business. At the end of the day, you post your hours, right? If you're on Google, if you're marketing your business, however you decide to market your business, whoever answers the phone wins, guys, in this industry. Whoever answers the phone wins. Whoever you are talking to, you're sending out marketing material to, when they need you, they're going to call you. And whoever answers the phone wins. If you answer your phone between the hours of 7 p.m. and 5 a.m., boom, you're going to be handling all the post accidents. You're going to be handling all the reasonable suspicion. That's what you're going to be handling between those hours, between 7 p.m. and 5 a.m. And that's when you charge the most money. Okay. Post accidents, between those times, you don't leave your house for under $1,000. You don't leave your house for under $1,000, right? And when you're marketing, that's what you market. That's what you highlight. Post accident, reasonable suspicions. That's what you market. That's what you market. I don't think I've ever received a random in the middle of the night. Like I've never received a random from my consortium. It always comes through the daytime. So I've never received anything like overnight in the middle of the night. So post accidents and reasonable suspicion. That is what you promote. If you know those are the hours that you want to work. And that's the only time, those are the only calls that's going to come through that time of the day. Those time frames. Reasonable suspicion and post accident. Thank you for your question. Any questions over here? FB, IG, YT. Any questions over here? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Also, guys, Y'all ready? My STT training is now live. It's now available. So for those of you that have been wanting to get into the breath and alcohol training, okay, my STT training is now live. You can now do the breath and alcohol screenings and tap into this industry. And you do not need a $1,500 machine. You will be using the test strips, the saliva strips. It's DOT, it's a DOT approved device. It's the DOT approved device. Okay? No $1,500 machine. Listen, I be listening. Because listen, this is why I didn't put out bad. The machine is expensive, I know. No problem. But with that, you got to have the machine. And also to train others, they need to have the machine in order to train. Now, with that, I could do this in person, but y'all know I'm not doing that. Right? It's going to be virtual. So, guys, you can get into this industry now as a screening technician. Hello, a screening test technician, and do the alcohol screenings. Okay. And you do not need, it's DOT, it's still DOT, it's compliant. Everything is through 49 CFR Part 40, DOT, and it's STT. A lot of people don't talk about STT. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are talking more about BAT, which is breath and alcohol technician. STT is screening. It's the same. You're collecting alcohol and stuff, but you don't need the oh my gosh. Did I put this? I never did put the link in my link tree. Let me put this in my link tree. You don't need that high machine. You don't have to worry about calibration and all that type of stuff. It's too much. It's too much. Y'all know me. I'm very simplistic. Let's get it. And I got time for all that. Okay. And that machine. Okay. So, period. So I just launched that today. Right now, guys, for only 3 days, it's at a special launch price for only 3. I'm not going to even mention the price. You're going to have to go over there and see it, but I'm going to put it on my because it's on my website, but it's not on my link tree. It's at a special discounted price for the first 3 days. After that, it's going up because listen, I pay more. I pay more. I pay more with loyal. Let me add it to my link tree. Let me add this to my link tree right quick. Let me add it to my link tree. Let me add it to my link tree. Okay. So you will be a screening test technician. You can start offering the alcohol collection or screening with affordable devices versus that $1,500 machine. Okay. Literally $5 to $10 devices. That's all you need as a screening tech technician. That's it. That's it. I listen. See? I be listening. I understand the assignment. I understand the assignment. Upload file. Yeah, I just want this right here. Linktree has changed so much. There it is. So let me change that and put it right here. Right here. So you can go and grab that at a special price for the first 3 days. After that, it's going to, listen, I always spin the block and help my people. My prices are always better than everybody. but I have the most reviews, bro. Look, I create winners. I don't know what nobody else out here doing. I create winners, period. That's what I do. Hear from my student yourself. I create winners. I don't just sell courses. I create winners. Oh, she's so cute. I create winners. Still sleep. I create winners. Let me see. Where y'all ready? Okay, y'all ready? Let's go. I officially got certified last Thursday. I get a check from one of
associate from the bus company. She had 32 people. You did testing, testing 18 people. We did about 12 DOT. The other one was not DOT. That was 15. That was 1586, right? So good. I think I see that money come to my
CPK, what's that for?
For 3 hours of work. 3 hours of work.
It happened so fast for you. And I was like, Yolanda was standing on some law, baby, law of faith, law of obedience, law of seed and harvest. Listen, she was on it. She was
marketing. Not about being a consortium.
Energy that you gotta have out here.
Sorry,
the money is out.
Yes, CPPA.
That was an easy $1,500 for 3 hours of work.
Right.
Where do you make that at?
All it takes is a yes. You say yes, God do the rest.
Money. My money was funny, but I'm like, God, you gotta make the way you did. It's just that. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. Yeah, I better get on the board. Tell me, you trying to work above the people, want to work for yourself.
Say it again. Courses create winners. She's so
period, point blank. I don't sell courses, I create winners. Yeah, it's CTPA. This is how I end up coming across being a specimen collector. Because I was trying to find out how to be a consortium, baby. I sure was. They make a bag. They always getting somebody from us, baby. I'm like, damn. A bag is chasing these people. A bag is chasing these folks, chasing these people. So upon my research, I came along this, and a bag is chasing us over here too. So anything when you're dealing with transportation, listen, this is what you have to know, guys. First of all, this industry and the people in these industries, anyone that drives a big truck, hello, anybody that you have to say a bag is chasing me, a bag is chasing me. Your words have power. A bag is chasing me. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I am a money magnet. Period. Anyway, anybody that drives a big truck, anyone that flies a plane, anyone that operates a train, public transportation, and school bus, they are mandated by law to get tested. Federally mandated by law. Ain't no, oh, you ain't got to do it today. Ain't none of that. No. It's federally mandated. So that means pre-employment, cha-ching, reasonable suspicion, cha-ching, random, cha-ching, post-accident, cha-ching, return to duty, cha-ching. You're always needed in this industry. I don't care what's going on. How many people are losing their jobs? Compliance does not stop for nobody. Over 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs since July. Over 180 Black men have lost their job since July. Guess what doesn't stop? Compliance. And if you look like me, you cannot be complacent. Period. You got to tap into something where a bag will be chasing you. Hello? Where a bag will be chasing you. Hello. I do certification training if you want to do DOT collections? Is that what you mean? So you have to put yourself in a position where the bag will be chasing you. I don't know what you're going to do with this. I don't know if you're going to make money or not. I don't. Because it depends on you. You have to work. I don't get you the job. I get you certified. When you go to school to get your degree, you go about your business. They be like, you go about your business. It's up to you to go get the job, right? But I'm getting you tapped into a skill that is recession proof. It's not going anywhere. If trains stop moving, if the planes stop driving, if the buses stop rolling, it don't matter. But if them trucks don't bag, they truck up to the dock to deliver you your stuff, the world stops. If trucks stop moving, the world stops. So this is how you know you always have the opportunity to get a bag, but you have to say yes. Nothing happens until you say yes, right? My people, my students that are successful in this industry, they're working. I ain't did nothing to make them successful. All I did was provide a course, give them the blueprint, Make things simplistic for them so they can understand what to do. Show them different ways on how to market. This is how you approach these type of people. Here go the pain points. Here, this is why you're the solution. But they have to put in the work. When I put the information up on how they contact these treatment centers, what are the pain points, why they're needed. One of my students, when it got set up with a treatment center, she reached out to a treatment center. Right? So now she's making money with the treatment centers, right? But I don't do the work. You have to do the work. You got to say yes. You have to do it. Can't nobody do the work for you. But you got to stop being complacent. This is not the time to be complacent. There is no such thing as job security. You got to hire yourself. If you want to get out of the struggle, baby, you got to cut out the middleman because they don't pay. They're not going to pay you what you're worth, right? It's all about moving. I don't know what your next step's supposed to be. All I know is that you are not who you're going to be yet. You just got to move because movement is magic. Movement is needed. That's what it takes. Movement is going to get you to your next level. Movement is how you're going to discover your purpose, because your purpose does not discover you. You discover it. So you got to move. That's it, guys. I've had 70 jobs. I didn't know I was going to be doing this. If I wouldn't have got into trucking, I wouldn't be doing this. If I ain't get into this, I wouldn't have opened up 16 other streams of income for myself. It's all about moving. Move. You got to move. You can't worry about fear. You can't, baby, trick yourself out your own spot. Hello. You cannot trick yourself out of your own spot. And when your nervous system is messed up, you don't believe that you can make money. You have been so used to being broke as a joke. You're so used to a late notice after late notice piling up on you. Nothing good happens for you because your nervous system is messed up. This is why you see people that are successful and it goes against everything you believe in. So you ought fight or flight. Oh, you're a liar. Go to hell. That's not true. I've been broke my whole life. So there's no way you're telling me I could be successful. Because I'm not. This is what happens. Did you see the fool? His nervous system is messed up. This is what happens to people that have always been in lack. And they refuse to get out of it. They believe that they can continue to show up and work for other people. This is what they believe. I'm going to show up for them and continue to struggle. There's no way that I can have anything. I got to stay broke. Bruh, there's trillionaires out here. There's purses for $250,000. And you trying to tell me ain't no money out here? Money is an energy that flows freely to all. And the reason it does not come to you because you have told yourself that you don't deserve it. You're not worthy of it. So it's not coming to you. Hello? It's not coming to you. So people like that will continue to be broke. Their mindset is broke. They won't have no money. Every time they get anything, it's going to grow wings and fly because they don't think they're supposed to have it. I've been away from corporate America for over 13 years. Baby, I got it out the mud. I ain't had no choice but to get it out the mud. Baby, I ain't got no degree. The world was going to tell me I wasn't good enough. If I go by what the world told me, God told me my gifts will make room for me. And my gifts have comfortably made room for me over the past 13 years since I left corporate America. And I continue to create because I'm a creator. God created me to create. So I will continue to create. ABC, always creating, baby. Always be creating is what I'm going to always be doing. Because I'd be damned if I go to somebody else's job and they tell me I'm not good enough. And they're going to pay me $13, $15, $17. What the fuck? Baby, my babies make $17 an hour. That's what I was making when I left corporate America. They live with us. We take care of them. And they cat. And they cat. We take care of them. Things have not changed. The only thing that has changed since I left corporate America 13 years ago, people still have scarcity mindset. They're even more fearful now. Fearful to move, fearful to do anything. People think that this house, as soon as they get money, let me go buy this, because this is what success looks like. This is what success looks like. This car, this house, constantly putting themselves into debt for aesthetics. This is life. This is what people believe. But when it comes to doing something for yourself, oh no, I don't believe that. No, I can't do that. No, that can't be true. That got to be a scam. You have to be lying. What the heck? I'm telling you, I honestly thought that people were making $1,000 a week. I didn't know that people wasn't making $1,000. I thought my daughter was making $1,000 a week. She's like, no, I don't make no $1,000 a week. I'm like, you don't? She's like, no. I honestly thought that people were making $1,000 a week. People should be making $1,000 a week, period. But they not gonna get nobody $1,000. You gotta go out there and get $1,000. Okay. When I was in corporate America, I was making about $1,300 a week because I was in sales, commission based, right? But when I left them making $1,300 a week, I cut out the middleman and started making $1,000 a day, sometimes $2,000 a day. When I left the middleman, I had to cut the middleman out to get all my money. I don't need them to hold my money for me. I really don't. And you don't need them to hold your money for you either. You don't need them to hold your money. You can do it yourself, but you got to be willing to do it. The scary part about entrepreneurship, I ain't got nothing to catch me when I fall. Nothing but my savings. You ain't got nothing to catch you when you fall as an entrepreneur. Because, baby, them numbers gonna find you out. That bank account gonna find you out, baby. Them numbers don't lie. Okay? They ain't gonna lie. I have nothing to fall back on. So I ain't got time to play games. I don't have time to listen to intrusive thoughts. I ain't got time for that. That's why I stand on principle. This is why principle law, spiritual law, kingdom law, God's law is important. You got man-made law, man law of the land, and you got God's law. I follow God's law principle for my life. So I enter into the promise because I follow the principle. It ain't got nothing to do with me being blessed. Thank you, Lord, for grace, favor, and mercy. Those are things that we are given, but I earn what's in the principle law, kingdom law. I earn those things by working, by following the law, standing on principles, showing up every day, sowing my seeds every day. I get the intrusive thoughts just like anybody else. But how do you beat fear? How do you overcome fear? Is with action. Action. That's how you overcome fear. We don't overcome fear by being no TikTok troll and no TikTok bully. Because what is that doing for your pockets? Real talk. What that doing for your pockets? Like, come on, man. These people ain't playing with you out here. Inflation is inflationing. What are you doing to offset that? What are you doing? Come on now. What they say? I seen some lady post some steak for $21. What are you doing to offset that? You got to do something. At the end of the day, I don't care what you do something. You need a link in your bio. Selling something. If you want to get out of the struggle, baby, you're going to have some to sell, for sale, of service, and something to offer to a business. I'm finna go. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Go to the link tree in my bio. Download my free guide, how to start a mobile testing service. Okay? How to start a mobile testing